Let me know if you need to turn your headphones up in your ears.
Okay. All right. They were good yesterday.
Were they? Okay. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. You are looking live at the Chiller North Ice Arena, Day 2 of the 2018 ACHA Division III National Tournament. And we've got a great game here to start off Day 2. It's a pair of 1-0 teams in pool play. It's the Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the Georgia Ice Dogs. Good morning, everybody. Yours truly, Lou Gamblin, along with Marcus Grosnick. And Marcus, we've got ourselves, as I mentioned, a great game. Two powerhouses again, just like yesterday. Teams that know what it's like to be to the Nationals and want to keep that momentum going.
Exactly, Lou. Both teams coming off really good wins yesterday. For Oakland, a come-from-behind victory over Farmingdale State. Found themselves down 2-0 to start, or at the beginning of period number 2. Then rattled off 5 unanswered goals to take out the Rams by a final score of 5-2. And for the Ice Dogs of Georgia, a very good, convincing win against the team that won the ACHA championship this year in the Nebraska Cornhuskers. That was a 5-1 victory for Georgia behind Emily. Let me see. There it is. Emily Barber, the goaltender that started yesterday. She is going to get the start today. 1 goal against and had the second best save percentage after the first day. So goaltending, I think, is going to be a big key to this game with Barber and Dennison.
Well, we had a chance to talk with one of the players off the Golden Grizzlies, that being Michael Ryan. Let's see what he had to say about tonight or this morning's game. And we're here with Michael Ryan of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Michael, we both teams coming in with a 1-0 record going into pool play today, but yesterday you guys had another one of your patented come-from-behind wins. Talk a little bit about that game last night, if you will.
Last night, the boys really came together. We really worked as a one, and you could see that. No one was fighting. No one was yelling at the refs. We were just playing our game, let Farmingdale kind of play their game, and we just came out with some good chances in the third period and came away with that win.
Yeah, you were down 1-0. You mentioned that after the first period, and then a 2-0, and then things got going. What do you think was the caveat to get that turnaround?
Well, you got to stay calm. I mean, we've been in this tournament 4 years now, so anything can happen. One shift at a time. Go out there, do your job on your shift. Good things happen.
And we talked before the game, and I talked with your coaches. A little different for you guys this year, not getting that auto bid, having to go through regionals, and then, like you said, behind in both of those games to start too. Did you guys come in maybe with a little chip on your shoulder this year? Anything different coming into the regionals and then the nationals?
Absolutely. I mean, getting that auto bid, it's a great privilege, and this year we didn't have that opportunity, but honestly, for this team to go to regionals and have those 2 tough games, I think it really helped us, and it gave us a chance to be put in tough situations before nationals, so I think it's going to help us in this tournament and help us reach our goal.
Now, going into the game today, do you know anything about Georgia? Do you do anything different than you did going into the Farmingdale game yesterday?
We played Georgia last year, and it was a tough game. I think we came out of it 7-5, but there's no difference in yesterday. Every game's a battle from here on out, so they're a good team. We just got to keep grinding and do our job.
All right, Michael, thank you very much for your time. Go get them today, and good luck.
Thanks, Lou. I appreciate it.
Well, there we go. Michael Ryan, one of the key cogs for that Oakland Golden Grizzlies team as they take on a Georgia team. As we mentioned, both teams victorious yesterday as they both come in 1-0. This is going to go a long way into determining who gets the driver's seat for the trip to the Final Four.
Sure does, Lou. And I think if you're Oakland, you have to find a way to get yourselves in the lead here after the first 10 minutes of this game. If you're Coach Gibb, we talked about it last night during the first intermission. He was not happy with the way the team played in the first 20 minutes, maybe even the first 30 minutes of that game. They found a way to come back, as Michael Ryan said, but you have to set the tone early if you're the Golden Grizzlies and get your offense set up and play your game, as Michael said in the pregame interview. If you're Georgia, continue to let that high-powered offense go to work. With Emily Barber being a smaller goaltender, she has been very solid. She was 11-1 in the regular season, getting her first win in nationals yesterday over a very good Nebraska Cornhuskers team. You just have to make sure that offense continues to roll and the defense plays really strong out in front of her.
Well, one of the things also, Marcus, is I had a chance this morning to talk with Rick Emmett for a few minutes, and he told me, he said, Lou, we didn't really play our best game yesterday either. He said that he thought they came out a little sluggish. So if that's the case, we're in for a real treat here this morning. If both these teams haven't played their best game, then we're in for a great end-to-end game. Both teams, as we know how to put the puck in the net.
Yeah, I think so. And, if Coach Rick Emmett for the Georgia Ice Dogs says that his team hasn't played the best hockey, then look out the rest of the national tournament, especially in that Pool C, because if they continue to grow their game and continue to be high-powered offense, real fast up and down the ice, teams are going to be playing a lot on their heels.
And with a 5-2 win for Oakland and a 5-1 win for Georgia, that's a good head start for any tiebreakers that may come about with these teams, as we know if there is a tie, a 3 and 4 goal differential is huge. Well, right now they are announcing the starting lineups for both teams, and it's Cody Dennison, as we mentioned, a freshman, is going to be in goal for Oakland. Emily Barber, 2 freshman goaltenders. There's no more opening day jitters for these 2 goaltenders, so it's going to be exciting to see how they do.
Yeah, they both played really well, being their first trips to nationals. Pete Gibb talked about that in the first intermission. He said how well Cody kept them in the game. He's been solid all year for them after coming in relief halfway through the season. They just had to play a little bit better defense and be a little bit more disciplined, and I think they did that, and that's what resulted in the come-from-behind win yesterday for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
And as I mentioned, starting in goal will be Cody Dennison for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Also starting will be Dalton Janot at right defense. At left defense, Kenneth Casper. At left wing, Zach Massa. Michael Ryan at right wing. And Eric Wolf again will be getting the start at center. Emily Barber will get the start in goal, as I mentioned, for the Georgia Bulldogs. Drew Holcomb will get the start as well for the Ice Dogs. Aaron Phillips also will get the call. Both on defense. Caleb Santa Maria, Marcus, one of the big guns for Georgia with the experience from last year, getting the start as well.
Yeah, Caleb Santa Maria had a very good year, but they have a very high-powered offense. We'll get into more of that during the first period, as they had some really good double-digit goal scorers throughout the entire season.
Tanner Woodson and also Chris Santa Maria will also get the start for the Georgia Ice Dogs. Well, we're going to get to playing in the national anthem, and then we will get this one underway here from the Chiller North Ice Arena as Day 2 of the 2018 ACHA Division III National Tournaments get underway. Just about set to go. A reminder that these two teams, Marcus, met last year in pool play, and Oakland came out in a high-scoring affair, 7-5 over the Ice Dogs. So I don't know if that's got any bearing on today's game, but a little bit of information.
Exactly, and I think this is going to be a very good matchup. Like you said, already seen each other once last year in the same pool. Georgia, I thought out of the teams that didn't advance to the semifinals, this was a team that was going to grow through this season and get right back here. Their first auto bid did in team history, and they are two-time SEC champions back in 2016 and 17. So this is a team that knows how to win, and they play some really good teams down in the South.
And of course, Oakland, the national champions 2 years ago, 5th straight trip to the national tournament. As we mentioned in the pregame, first time that they had to go through qualifier in the regionals to get here, but they are here. They've got the experience, both teams with the pedigree. It's now time to drop the puck and get this one underway. Oakland will be in their road black jerseys with the brown and white trim. Georgia in their home whites with the red and black trim, going from left to right on your computer screen. Here we go. It'll be Chris Santamaria going up against Eric Wolf, and the puck is now controlled down deep in the Georgia end. Going after it was Wolf. He's being hounded off the puck by Caleb Santamaria. There's a centering pass deflected back out in the neutral zone, and Oakland will backtrack after it. With it in the back in the defense area is Dalton Janot. He tries to get it out to center ice, but Georgia right there with the first big hit, and it's going to be taken now by Casper. He tries to dump it into the Georgia zone, and coming back with the puck is Janot. He comes up over the line, cross ice pass over to Massa with a shot, and Barber kicks it away. She gets the first save of the morning.
Interesting note on Emily Barber. I believe I heard yesterday that her dad was the one that actually founded the Georgia Bulldogs, or Ice Dogs hockey program. So coming full circle for the Barber family.
43 seconds into this opening period, we are scoreless. Day 2 of the national tournament, Georgia and Oakland, as the face-off on the icing will come to the Georgia end to the left of Barber. And the face-off is controlled by the Ice Dogs. With it is Chris Santamaria. He plays it over on the left face-off circle, now out to center ice. Stolen away by Gertz. Gertz dumps it back into the Ice Dog zone, but it's stolen away. Coming up over the line is Carey. Carey with a shot, and Dennison makes the save, juggles it, but hangs on, and he'll keep the face-off deep in the Oakland end.
See how Georgia can contain Zach Massa. Farmingdale State did a really good job of it through the first 45 minutes of that game, and eventually he was able to get a goal late. Let's see what they can do to contain him, and I like how Dennison was able to fight that one off. I think it might have actually caught him a little bit high. I thought I heard it hit the mask.
And we got a stoppage. I don't know if we've got an equipment issue or...
He might have taken one up high.
Yeah, they're... I don't know if they're calling for the trainer to come out, so
Looks
we got
like
a stoppage of play a little bit. Dennison, the freshman, as Marcus, you mentioned yesterday in the Farmingdale broadcast, really came on in the second half of the semester, and it looks like we've got Austin McCardle's going to be warming up right out of the gate there, coming off the bench. So we may get a goalie change, as Dennison looks like he's got an upper body issue.
Yeah, like I said, the shot came off the rush from Alex Carey, who's the captain, just trying to throw it in on net. And if you go back, you could actually hear it, I think, hit the chin, the part of the mask where the chin is at, and kind of rattled his cage a little bit. He was able to cover it up. Well, let's see if Dennison is able to stay in this game. Otherwise, they could go to Austin McCardle here as he's getting himself ready to go just in case.
Well, McCardle's no stranger to the Nationals as well. He's been with the team for a long time. He knows what it's like to get here, so it's not like they're thrusting somebody that's may have freshman nerves, if you will.
As Dennison is looking to get the helmet back on. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he's going to put it back on. He's going to stay in the game, it looks like.
Well, for Oakland, that's a good thing, just shaking it off. But, a little scary incident right there, as we'll see if that has any effect on the Golden Grizzlies here in the early going. Just over a minute gone in this opening period. We are scoreless. Zach Flash will take the face-off. He'll go up against James Kuntz, who had the go-ahead goal, or the tying goal, rather, yesterday against Farmingdale State. And they drop the puck, they kick it around, and it's controlled by Georgia up at the point with a shot. It's deflected, and they score! Just like that, Kyle Harris from the point threw it up towards the net. We'll wait and see who gets credit for the goal. 1 minute and 7 seconds into this one, and Georgia's up 1-0.
Yeah, it was Harris got the face-off win from the left point. Now, I'm not sure if it was Flesh It was Flesh and Carey both right in front of them. I'm not sure who got that deflection, if it did get deflected. We'll wait to see, but right off the face-off win for the Ice Dogs. And again, doing what they need to do, just get pucks on net on Denison.
Well, just like that, we've got a 1-0 lead for Georgia now. We'll see if they can capitalize on some momentum. Oakland, again, as we've mentioned, no stranger. We're going to get a penalty call coming up here on Georgia. A collision right off the face-off, and face down is James Kuntz. So, boy, Oakland kind of a couple of big hits on them, as we've got a 1-0 lead for Georgia, but going to the penalty box will be Kyle Harris, and it is indeed going to be Alex Carey getting credit for the goal. So 1:07 into the game, a 1-0 lead for Georgia. Now we'll see what Oakland can do with the upcoming power play.
Yeah, the goal's going to go to Carey from assist from Flesh and Harris. As getting up is James Kuntz. Took a hit there, so the Ice Dogs will go on the penalty kill.
Hopefully it's nothing serious for James, as he did get the go-ahead goal last night against Farmingdale to give them a 3-2 lead. So, again, we're going to get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be a 5-minute major on Kyle Harris. So, a big penalty for Georgia. Now, Oakland, as we all know on the majors, if there's a score on the power play, he's still in there for 5 minutes. So this is a big opportunity for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
So an interference major call here against Harris for the Ice Dogs. And as you mentioned, let's see if the Grizzlies can take advantage of this 5-minute major, as even if the Grizzlies do score, that time will continue to clock off.
Well, Rick Emmett getting an explanation from the referees as they now get back into the Georgia zone, where the face-off will take place to Barber's left. Taking the face-off will be the captain, Michael Ryan. He'll go up against Carter Penzian, one of the big guns as well for Georgia. Massa with a shot, and he scores! Top shelf, 7 seconds in to the major penalty, and we've got a 1-1 tie.
Just a great face-off win. Massa blows it by the glove side of Emily Barber, and that penalty will continue to clock off. One quick goal, just 8 seconds gone by.
2 goals in less than a minute and a half here in this opening period, so this has got all the makings of another one of those 7-5 games that these two teams had last year in Nationals. We've got a 1-1 tie. Zach Massa starts it off for Oakland. There's a shot towards the goal that's deflected over in the corner. They play it over there. Massa has it over on the right face-off circle. Skates it over on top. Tries to throw one towards the goal. Going after it over in the corner is Janot. Janot back on top. Massa with a drive. Up off the top of the glass into the safety netting. And we'll get a stoppage of play. 4:31 to go in the major penalty. 18:15 to go in this opening period. We've got a 1-1 tie.
Massa from Ryan on the power play. Still 4:30 to go on that 5-minute major interference call. Let's see if the Ice Dogs can weather the storm here to click some time off.
There's a face-off and another shot towards Barber, and she gloves it off and will hang on. So a little bit of fireworks early in this one. Not even 2 minutes in, and we've got 2 goals scored, 1 for each side.
Kind of like regionals with Oakland, as they had a penalty shot in the first 30 seconds of their first game.
Ooh, there's a shot by Massa, kicked away by Barber. Back out on the point to Massa. She throws it. Laurel tried to tip it past Barber, as now Wolf has it over in the corner. Centering pass, a little too strong for Ryan, but over there is Janot. Janot has it on top to Massa. Massa with a drive up over the top of the goal. Back out on top, Ryan has it. She throws one towards the net. That goes in behind the goal, and a good play there now by Holcomb. He tries to clear the zone, but he can't. It's played out on the point again. With it on top, Massa. Touch pass to Ryan, who he thought about. There's a centering play. It's loose out in front, and it's going to be tipped all the way down into the Oakland end. We've got 3:40 left in the major penalty.
Good puck control by the Golden Grizzlies, just moving it around the perimeter, getting it up to Massa, trying to create some screens with big Michael Ryan in the front of the net.
DJ Herr on the defensive end made a couple of good plays for Georgia, and again, this time Holcomb will clear it down the ice, and that'll keep it now knocking a little more time off that major penalty. 3:17 to go in the penalty. 3 minutes gone in this opening period of a 1-1 tie.
Ice Dogs calming down on the penalty kill, finally getting their system set up. just trying to force the Grizzlies to stay out on the perimeter.
There's a shot taken by Manzo. Rebound. There's another one thrown towards the net off the top of the goal. Going after it is Greg, and it's now played by Georgia, but not out. Manzo has it up on the blue line. Cross ice pass over to Goodis. Goodis over to the right side. There's a shot, and they score! Cale Dennison from the right face-off circle. And that major penalty now has produced 2 power play goals. We've got a 2-1 lead. Time of the goal, 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Fast-paced period here, 3:28 gone by, and we've already got a 2-1 score here in favor of Oakland. Just good puck possession by the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Cale Dennison had all time on that right face-off circle and throws it up above the glove hand of Emily Barber. Georgia has to do a better job of clearing guys out in front of her. She's getting screened a lot, and that's what's causing some of these goals.
And it's thrown back into the Georgia zone. We still have 2.5 minutes into the penalty, so another long power play, and it's now 2-1 in favor of Oakland. Georgia came into the season a penalty kill that's average at best, 73%, while Oakland 21.7 on the power play. Puck played over on the left side by James Kuntz out on top. Massa throws one. That's deflected over in the corner. Played over there by the Bulldogs as now they dump it out to center ice.
That goal was assisted by Goodis and Michael Ryan.
And they're going to play it in now behind the Oakland goal. We're down to 15:40 to go in this opening period. A 2-1 Oakland lead. There's one thrown towards Dennison on a clear that time by Aaron Phillips. And they play it in behind the goal. Here come the Golden Grizzlies trying to get it out of their zone. Little token pressure being applied that time by Alex Carey. Now played on top by Wolf. Wolf, a cross-ice pass a little too strong, and it's going to be deflected out of play. 15:19 to go here in this opening period. 2-1 Grizzlies on top of Georgia on the ACHA national broadcast.
Once they get back to full strength here, Georgia has to find a way to get some pressure in the offensive zone. They did that early on with the shot that kind of stung Dennison there for a minute, and then came right back with the quick full-strength goal to take the lead. Let's see what they can do.
Manzo brings it up over the line, dumps it in the corner, going after it is Laurel as well, and it's cleared. Good job by the Ice Dogs to get it back out to center ice and regroup on the penalty kill. Manzo's pass deflected by Zach Flash back in the Oakland zone where the Grizzlies will take control of it. They've got it now as Goodis will skate it up to out of his own zone. Cross-ice pass over to Greg. Greg plays it now, and it's going to be a delayed offside, so Oakland had to get back on side. Now they have it. Manzo comes up over the line. He tries to skate it over the corner. Instead, he's got it at the blue line. He plays it over to the slot, now to the right side. There's a shot deflected by Cale Dennison. They dig away at it over on the right face-off circle. Good play to hold it in by Manzo. Cross-ice pass over to Goodis. Goodis now has the puck over by the left face-off circle. One-timer whiffed on that time by Manzo. Back to Manzo. Throws it towards the net. And it's deflected up into the netting. Out of play. 34 seconds left in the penalty to Harris. 14:18 to go here in this opening period. 2-1 Grizzlies.
Good penalty kill here for the Ice Dogs. Yeah, they've given up 2, but they've kind of weathered the storm late in this 5-minute major. Faceoffs have been a big part of it for Oakland, setting things up.
Face-off controlled by Oakland, thrown towards the net, deflected that time by Kuntz. He goes after it over in the corner. He's bounced off the puck, and they play it over on the right side. They dig away, or left side rather now, as the puck comes around to Massa. Massa one-hands it over in the slot with a shot wide of the goal, and a good clear by the Georgia Ice Dogs with now 10 seconds left in the penalty. 13:50 to go in this opening period. Puck now played over into the Georgia zone, and it looks like we're going to get an offsides call. And with 13:43 to go over in the opening period, we've got ourselves a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the Golden Grizzlies.
Face-off will be right at neutral ice. See what they could do with it.
Puck controlled by Georgia in the neutral zone. They bring it up over the line, and they throw one towards the net. That's controlled by the Grizzlies. They dump it back into the Oakland zone, or the Georgia zone rather, and icing will be the call. We've got 13:31 to go here in this opening period. The Grizzlies, on the strength of 2 power play goals, have a 2-1 lead over Georgia.
So they did connect on 2 power play goals in that 5-minute major, down 2-1. Good offensive face-off win.
Sorry about that, Marcus. Face-off controlled by Georgia, and it's deflected wide of the goal. Now it's played out into the neutral zone up over the line, and Oakland holds it in, throwing it towards the goal. Big deflection that time as they play it over in the corner. It's now played by Georgia. They try to get it out of the zone, and they do. Chris Santa Maria. Oh, what a huge hit right at center ice between Santa Maria and Dylan Nijar, and it's still loose in the Oakland end, though. Going after it is Marcinkowski along with Santa Maria, and also David Spielberger for Georgia. There's one thrown from the point. Oh, it's loose at the doorstep and cleared out to center ice. They dig away at it now at center ice, and coming quickly over the line is Caleb Santa Maria. There's a shot that Dennison will throw away, and now coming up with it are the Grizzlies. They now get it out to center ice where it's played by Holcomb. Holcomb for the Ice Dogs brings it up over the line. He skates it over in the corner. He tries to make a play on it. He gets bounced off the puck, and it's going to be played over in the corner. Pressure being applied by Georgia, but now here comes Barry. Barry with a 2-on-2 the other way. Comes in towards the goal with a shot. That's deflected away. Over in the corner, a big hit on Barry. Now coming up with the puck, Georgia plays it out to center ice, where it's going to be thrown over cross ice by Artemenko. And now they throw it in towards the Oakland goal. Couple of changes for both teams. Puck out at center ice, up over the line. Here comes Zach Flash with a shot that Dennison will hang on, and they will have a whistle and a stoppage of play. 11:56 to go here in this opening period. We've got a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Georgia.
Face-off will be to the left of Dennison. See if the Georgia Bulldogs can win some face-offs here. They had some good chances right after that power play for Oakland to get another one here, and a shot that just goes wide of Dennison's cage.
Oh, there's one loose at the doorstep again. They go away at it. Chopping away at it was Carter Penzian. It's played over on the right side. He plays it out on top. There's a shot taken, deflected wide of the goal. Centering play a little too strong, and here comes Oakland. They've got it up over the line. Here comes Massa with a shot. Whistles up over the top of the goal. Artemenko plays it in behind the goal. There's a long rebound. Centering play goes cross ice. Massa with another one deflected, and Georgia comes up with it. Here comes Carey up over the line. Plays it cross ice to Penzian, and it's going to be thrown right into the glove of Dennison. He'll drop it off for Artemenko, and it's loose. Good play by Georgia to come up with a puck, though. Oh, and a huge collision in the left face-off circle. There's a shot deflected. It's loose in behind the goal, and there's a wraparound try kicked away by Dennison. Massa comes up with Ryan. There's a shot. Oh, deflected that time by Gilmore, and there's one right into the bread basket of Emily Barber, and she's going to hang on, and the face-off will stay deep in the Georgia end.
Yeah, Georgia's had some good looks here, Lou, off some face-off wins, just throwing the puck to Dennison, looking for some rebounds. Penzian was the team leader this year, 89 points, 36 goals, and 53 assists, so he is some big firepower for this Ice Dogs hockey team.
Boy, there's been, some physicality here in this early going. 10:55 to go in this opening period. 2-1 Oakland. Puck rolled around over to the right side. Good play by Georgia to clear the zone, and it's going to be all the way down in behind the Oakland goal. They play it over there on the left side. Going after it for Georgia was Woodson. There's one right out in front, and it scoots over into the corner, and it's cleared now out to center ice past the outstretched arms of Drew Holcomb, and Georgia will backtrack after the puck to try to get another rush going.
Let's see what they can do here, Lou. They've had some good transitions through the middle of the ice.
Puck held in by Oakland, rather, and Holcomb will go after it in behind the goal. They throw it around the net, and it's played out to center center ice. Going after it is Casper. Casper will play it over to Cale Dennison, who dumps it in behind the Georgia goal, and it's right there for Cameron Gilmore. Gilmore tries to play it out of the zone. There's a slapper that's deflected before it gets anywhere. They throw it again in behind the goal, and a Malachi crunch over there on number 6, Dalton Janot. Now it's played out to center ice where he tips it, and coming up with the puck, Laurel tried to come on a little break of his own. With it now is Woodson. Woodson brings it up over the line. There's a hand or a pass over to Krusko, and it's now played in the Oakland zone. Joe Graham will come up with the puck. He passes it off over to Marcinkowski, and Marcinkowski will dump it down deep in the Georgia end as we're under 9.5 to go in this opening period. There's a centering pass, a little too strong. Coming up now with a puck over the line is Spielberger. Spielberger, 1-on-2. He's bounced off the puck, and it's going to be thrown towards the center. There's an opportunity. Oh, off the goalpost. And we're going to get a stoppage of play as the net comes off its moorings. 9:09 to go here in this opening period. 2-1 Oakland. We're going to get our media timeout. We're going to step aside. You're watching Oakland and Georgia, day 2 of the ACHA D3 National Tournament.
It's this. That's the password. Yep. Make sure you use capital B. Well, I don't know that. Oh, is that the password? All right. Well, we'll assume it's on.
Off the media timeout, Georgia has it off the face-off. Over on the right side with it is Harris. Harris throws it towards the goal, and it's kicked away over in the corner. Now here comes Georgia. Here comes Massa, rather, up over the line. There's a long rebound. Barber tries to cover it up. Oh, she caught a break there. Massa with it in behind the goal. Played out on top. Manzo with a play over in the corner, deflected into the safety netting. We've got 8:44 to go here in this opening period, and we've got a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Georgia, of Oakland.
Face-off will be to the left of Emily Barber. A very good save there. She had to kind of scramble back in the blue paint to keep that one from going across the net. See if the Bulldogs can help her out.
Massa will take the play over on the right side as he's being hounded off the puck by Carter Penzian. There's a cross-ice pass. It goes all the way over to center ice. And it's now going to be an icing call as it rolls in behind the Oakland goal.
Face-off will come all the way back down into the Ice Dogs zone. After that 5-minute major, I think the Ice Dogs have found a little bit of momentum coming back their way. They've had some good looks on Dennison. They've been crashing the net. Just have to find a way to get one past the very tall goaltender in Cody Dennison.
We've got 8:30 exactly left in this opening period of a 2-1 hockey game. Off the face-off, they try to... Oh, there's a centering play. Ryan almost had an opportunity. Oakland with the pressure now deep in the Georgia end. On top with it is Gertz. Gertz with it. He still has it up on the point. Throws it towards the corner. Wolf tries a centering play, but it's not. It's a little weak and goes in behind the goal. As now Ryan will dump it in behind the Georgia goal. And going after it was Wolf. A centering play a little too strong, and the puck's going to go all the way down into the Oakland end. 8 minutes left to go in this opening period. 2-1 in favor of Georgia, or Oakland rather, 2 power play goals. There's a centering play. There's a shot, and they score. Oh, no, it's off. It looked like like it went in just off the crossbar, if you will. There's another shot and a penalty coming up. As boy, that one had me fooled. Going in on goal that time was Najjar, and he missed a wide open opportunity. And we got a stoppage of play. 7:40 to go here in this opening period. 2-1 in favor of Oakland.
Yeah, Najjar is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for hooking here. So Georgia getting their first power play of the morning. Let's see what they can do. Capitalize, get this thing back up at 1.
And of course, as we mentioned now, Georgia, their power play one of the best in the country, 32.5%, while Oakland's penalty kill comes in at 81%. So with it in behind the goal now, Chris Santamaria for Georgia. His pass skates out to center ice, so Aaron Phillips will have to regroup for the Ice Dogs as they play it now back into the Georgia zone. Coming up with the puck are the Ice Dogs as Phillips now will skate it into the neutral zone. He passes it over to Austin Krusko. Krusko sets it up over on the right side with a shot taken by Georgia, and it deflects up over the top of the goal. Coming up with a loose puck, Cale Dennison, and he's able to clear the zone. Playing it right now, here comes Georgia with it up over the line. Caleb Santamaria, he's got it. Caleb Santamaria has it now, and the puck goes all the way down into the Oakland end, or the Georgia end right now, where it's going to be played there by the Ice Dogs. They've got 55 seconds left in the power play, and we've got about 6.5 minutes to go in this opening period. We've got a 2-1 hockey game with the puck now flash over on the right face-off circle. Centering play, but Carey whiffed on the opportunity, but they still have it deep in the Oakland end. Up on top, Penzian with a play over on the right side. There's a shot right into the bread basket, but it's loose and over in the corner, and it's going to go all the way down into the Georgia end. Emily Barber will play it and hand it off now to Penzian, who will try a last rush maybe with 20 seconds left on the power play. Coming up over the line, Alex Carey. He's got it over on the right side. Long cross-ice pass. Oh, and almost a golden opportunity for Gilmore, but just a hair off as it's now 13 seconds left in the power play. 5:53 to go in this opening period. 2-1 in favor of Oakland.
Yeah, they've had some good looks here. Have the Ice Dogs. Gilmore doing the right thing, going harder than that. That puck deflected up into the air. Dennison able to glove it down and get a whistle. Let's see what we can get out of the Ice Dogs here in their power play. Really even had a lot of good chances.
Off the face-off, there's a shot taken by Carter Penzian as it's now going to be played back into the Georgia zone. And it's going to be dumped into the Oakland end. Is going after the puck is Alex Carey. Carey now plays it. He's bounced off the puck by Steve Laurel. Now they play it at the blue line. Massa comes up with it. He brings it up over the line with a shot that's shouldered up over the top of the goal by Emily Barber. Now they play it out to center ice. They're going to wave off the icing, and it's going to be played back in the Oakland end by Gertz. Gertz will take it. He passes it cross ice over to Manzo. Manzo lifts it up out of the zone towards Ryan. Ryan comes up over the line with a shot, and another fine save by the freshman goaltender Emily Barber, and it's still 2-1, 5:08 to go in the opening period.
Definitely more of a stand-up goaltender is Emily Barber. With her shorter stature, she makes a lot of stand-up saves. She doesn't make a lot of butterflies. She wants to make herself as tall as she can in that net to cover as much area.
There's a shot deflected by Barber over in the corner. Georgia tries to clear the zone. Now it's back out to center ice. Michael Ryan has it. He plays it over to Nicholas Manzo. Manzo will dump it into the Georgia zone, and going after it are the Ice Dogs. They now play it out into the neutral zone area, and it's played now deep in the Georgia or the Oakland end. Going after it is Manzo. Lead pass for Dylan Najjar. Najjar has it at center ice, just throws it towards the right corner as it's going to be played over there by Holcomb. It's cleared but not out. Now Holcomb will have to backtrack after it over in the corner. 4:28 to go in this opening period of a 2-1 hockey game. With the puck is Manzo. Manzo has it right face-off circle, skates it over towards the upper slot, throws it towards the goal, rebound! It's loose at the doorstep, and they score! Zach Massa will be the recipient of the rebound, and it's a 3-1 hockey game in favor of the Golden Grizzlies.
Just tried to stuff it home. A good wraparound attempt. It took 3 whacks to get it by Barber. And a 3-1 lead with just 4:15 left in the first.
We got a 3-1 lead now, 4:08 to go here in this opening period. Zach Massa, I believe that's his second goal of the morning here. And now Joe Graham comes up over the line. So a 3-1 hockey game. There's a long shot. Oh, potential rebound, but a good defensive play by the Ice Dogs. Now let's see if Georgia can regroup. The puck played out at center ice. They've got the play right at the neutral zone area. It goes in behind the goal. Going after it now, Brendan Goodis. And we get a stoppage of play. 3:40 to go here in this opening period. We've got a 3-1 hockey game now for the Golden Grizzlies.
Just like we talked about in the pregame there, Lou, Oakland needed to come out with a better start to the game. And they finally did as they connected for 2 goals on that 5-minute major. And then Massa with the second one here late in the first.
Face-off will be to the left of Cody Dennison, and it's controlled in the defensive end by Oakland, and they're going to whip it all the way down, and icing again will be the call. So again, we've got 3:31 to go in this opening period, and we've got a 3-1 hockey game.
It's the kind of pressure the Ice Dogs can put on Oakland here with less than 4 to go. They've had some good looks at the net late in this period after getting the quick goal just a minute and 9 seconds from Carey into this first period.
Off the face-off, Oakland will have it now. They get it out of their zone, and it's played out in the neutral zone. Going after the puck was Penzian for Georgia, and coming up with the loose puck is James Kuntz. He'll backtrack into his own zone. A cross-ice pass over to Casper. Casper now will play it out to center ice. Georgia trying to get a little momentum going now as Flash will dump it over the line, and it's played in behind the Oakland goal, and it's going to be skated over there back to Kuntz. 3 minutes now left in this opening period. 3 straight goals for the Golden Grizzlies has given them a 3-1 lead. Kuntz will skate it into the zone over on the left side with a shot that's deflected before it gets to the goal. Played in behind the goal by Flash for Georgia. He skates it over to Carey. Carey now will try to play it out of the zone, but it's held in by Casper. Casper dumps it in over in the corner. Now they play it out to center ice, where it's going to be played by Dominic Najjar. We're going to get a whistle. I think we're going to get a penalty call coming up to the Georgia Bulldogs, and looks like going to the penalty box will be Alex Carey.
Carey's going to go to the box. I did not see what the call was, but the Ice Dogs will give Georgia one more power play here at the later stages of the first period.
As you remember, it was a 5-minute major earlier to Kyle Harris, and the Grizzlies were able to get two of the goals on that power play. There's a shot from the point. Long rebound. Oh, what a save by Emily Barber. That's got to be the biggest save of the night for sure, as Barber kept a 2-goal lead. What a huge save by that fantastic goaltender, Emily Barber. Here comes 2-on-1 the other way. Up over the line, the Ice Dogs with a shot. Whistled up over the top of the goal by Krusko. Here comes Oakland now, as Zach Massa will do a little dipsy-do at center ice with the puck. He's going to bring it up, and he just throws it, tries to throw it towards the goal, but another nifty move by the Georgia Ice Dogs to bring the puck out of the zone. 1:50 to go here in the opening period, and we've got 1:10 left here in this power play opportunity for the Grizzlies. Puck played now, 3-on-2 the other way, up over the line. Manzo with it, throws it towards Barber, who knocks it away. Played over in the corner by Massa. He dumps it in behind the goal. A collision back there as Wolf and Holcomb are tied up in behind the goal, and the puck will go all the way down into the Georgia end. 45 seconds left in the penalty, 1:18 to go here in this opening period of a 2-1 lead, or a 3-1 lead for Oakland. Puck loose over on the left face-off circle, and Georgia will clear it down the other end. Now played by Dennison. He's going to hand it off to Manzo with 25 seconds left and a penalty, less than a minute to go in this opening period. Bounced off the puck that time was Brendan Goodis. Good play by Georgia, but it's held in by the Grizzlies up at the point with a shot deflected right into the doorstep, and a quick whistle. Barber's able to make the save and keep it a 3-1 hockey game. Well, at the end of the opening period, Marcus Grosnick will get a chance to talk with the head coach of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, Pete Gibb, to get his impressions on this first 20 minutes of play. Face off to the right of Barber, and it's going to be taken by Dominic Najjar, also by David Spielberger for Georgia, and it's won by the Ice Dogs, and they'll dump it down the length of the ice to eat up the rest of this power play, as we're down to 32 seconds left in the period, and a 3-1 lead for Oakland. There's a shot deflected away by Barber, and it's going to be deflected, and we're going to get a little play that was ruled offside. Well, an opening goal scored by Georgia right out of the gate at 1:09, that being by Alex Carey, and then 3 unanswered goals by the Golden Grizzlies have given them a 3-1 lead with about 25 seconds left in this opening period. Face-off controlled now by Oakland back in the neutral zone area, as it's going to be dumped by Manzo in behind the goal. Georgia plays it around the boards, held in for a moment by Massa. He throws it over in the corner. 10 seconds left in the period. Dangerous puck loose right out in front, and Georgia will come up with it. Lead pass now for Spielberger. Spielberger up over the line with a shot. Shouldered away as the horn sounds. 20 minutes in the books here from Chiller North in this Day 2 opening game, and we've got the Georgia Bulldog Ice Dogs trailing the Oakland Golden Grizzlies by the score of 3-1. Goal scoring in this opening period at 1:09. It was Georgia getting on the board first, Alex Carey, and then with an assist to Kyle Harris and also Zach Flash, and then 15 seconds later on the power play, it was Zach Massa on the power play with his first goal of the afternoon, with an assist to Michael Ryan, and then also on that 5-minute major, another power.
a guy that keeps coming up to us. That's Nick Manzo's dad. And it's Gunnar. I didn't. She's like, that's close enough. What you guys are doing, but Gunnar is what it is. So I asked her. I said, is it Gunnar or Janat? She's like, Gunnar. Yep. As in G'day. Ready? I'm ready.
Well, welcome back to the Chiller North Arena. We have 20 minutes in the books, and we've got a dandy here in this Day 2 opening game as we've got Oakland on top of Georgia 3-1. Georgia jumped out to a 1-0 lead, but Marcus, what has been the case in the last 4 games now, Oakland with a deficit has come storming back, and they've got a 2-goal lead.
They definitely have. Oakland was able to weather the storm after a quick goal at 1:09 off the stick of Carey that gave the Ice Dogs their first lead of the game. But Oakland, after being on that 5-minute power play, scored twice. And then the third goal by Massa on the full strength at 15:45 was the one that put them up by 2. Oakland is 1 for 2 on the power play. Georgia 0 for 1.
Well, one thing that I noticed, Marcus, when you were heading down to interview Pete Gibb, which could be maybe a little bit of a momentum change for Georgia, Emily Barber made what I think is the save of the tournament that I've seen so far. Coming in on goal, I believe it was Nick Manzo, and she had to sprawl. She made almost like a Superman dive to stop the puck, and it looked like it was a wide open net up on top, and she was able to deflect it, and I think Georgia might have been able to get a little bit of momentum off of that.
Yeah, and I was talking with Sarge, one of the volunteers here that helps with the ranks, and he was right there, and he said, I've never seen someone make a save quite like that. He just said she sprawled out and had to use her whole body to block that puck from getting in the net, and that kept it to 2-goal lead, and that might be a save to give the Ice Dogs some momentum.
Well, they're going to switch ends, if you will, and Georgia now will come from right to left on your computer screen in their home white jerseys with the black and red trim, and Oakland in their road dark black jerseys with the brown and white trim, as we are just about set to go in this second period of play. Over in the other rink right now, last score I heard, Marcus, Central Michigan and Georgia Tech, I believe, was scoreless.
It was 1-0. Ryan Tyre got his second goal of the tournament, so Central Michigan is up 1-0 on the Yellow Jackets.
Well, that must have been why Lindsay was doing cartwheels over here on the camera before the start of this second period. Puck now played out at center ice, and it's going to be controlled by Oakland after Georgia won the faceoff. But here come the the Ice Dogs up over the line. Flash with a shot, kicked away by Dennison. It's loose in behind the goal. Georgia with a little bit of momentum here in this opening going. Puck now held in, and coming up with it is Oakland. They played out in the neutral zone. Massa with 2 goals already drops it for Ryan with a shot. Barber with a save, and she'll gobble it up and hang on. 33 seconds into this one. Second period, 3-1 in favor of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Ryan with a really good shot from the face-off circle. Barber with a stand-up save again. Able to locate, get the trapper on, and make the save. And for the Ice Dogs, a good first shift there with Penzian and Carey trying to create some havoc in front of Dennison.
Zach Flash wins the face-off, and throwing it around the boards is Holcomb, and it goes out to center ice. Up over the line with it is Carey. Carey goes into the slot with a shot, and they score on the rebound! Zach Flash gets the long rebound and throws it up top shelf over the right shoulder of Cody Dennison, and we've got a 3-2 hockey game 45 seconds in to the second period.
Carey with just a great play to go around Ryan. Took the shot. The rebound came right to Flesh, and that's a 2-point night for Flesh with a goal and an assist.
Well, as they say in the hockey world, the toughest lead is the 2-goal lead, and Georgia has cut it in half, so they strike early again in the second period to make it a 1-goal game, 3-2, with the face-off, throwing it into the zone. zone was Tanner Woodson for Georgia. Now they've got momentum on their side at the point. Woodson throws it towards the net, but a good play by Manzo to clear the zone. Now they play it out to center ice, going after it is Laurel. They dump it into the Georgia zone. Playing it out of the zone, though, is Kyle Harris. Played out at center ice, going after Chris Santa Maria. It's tipped over now to Caleb Santa Maria in the corner. They play it in behind the goal. Manzo will skate after it to try to clear the zone, but he's hounded by Tanner Woodson. They dig away at it over on the right face-off circle. The Ice Dogs have it at the point. Cross-ice pass over to Caleb Santa Maria. He's got it over in the corner. He's bounced off the puck by Manzo, and they're going to clear it, but not out. They dig away at it over there on the right or the left side. Santa Maria looking for a centering play. Throws it in towards the net. Held in at the top by her. He plays it over on the right side. Throws it towards the net. It's clear. Oh, there was an opportunity just wide of an open net. And Georgia really putting the pressure on deep in the Oakland end. Out on top, her. Oh, his pocket was picked, but it's still held in. And now back out to center ice.
Her is down. I think when he went to go dive, I think his head hit off the ice.
And we're going to get a stoppage of play. Yeah, he's slowed right down, and we're going to get a quick stoppage of play, and they're going to bring the trainer for Georgia out onto the ice. We've got 17:55 to go in the second period. We've got a 3-2 hockey game. Oakland on top of Georgia, but Georgia cutting that 2-goal lead in half.
Yeah, McDaniel, number 12, did a good job of holding that puck in, hit the left point, and that's what created all those flurry of chances. That goal is going to be flushed from Carey, so both those gentlemen have 2 points this morning as well.
Well, we knew, Marcus, that these two high-powered offenses, Georgia with 185 goals on the season, it's going to be tough to hold them down to just one goal. So we've got ourselves, we're still in for a long game, and it's going to be up and down the rest of this game for sure.
Yeah, good start to the period for Georgia. 45 seconds in for Flush. And again, the same thing they did in the first. Got that first goal to get some momentum back on their side.
Puck floats out to center ice where it's going to be played there by Barry. He dumps it back in towards Emily Barber, who kicks it away. They skate it over to the left side of their own zone. Now it's played out at center ice. It's dumped back into the Georgia zone. Going after it will be Aaron Phillips, and Barber will cover it up as it trickled towards the goal crease, and we'll get a stoppage of play. 2.5 minutes gone here in this second period. Again, we've got a 3-2 lead now for Oakland over Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia finished in third place in the SCCHC this year. Beat Auburn in the first round 12-0, lost to Florida 5-6, and then beat Kentucky for the third place game. Arkansas was the winner of the SCCHC this year, which we will see a little bit later on today.
Coming up with the puck over the line with a shot, taken that time by Carter Penzian, and Cody Dennison was able to see it right into his glove, and he'll hang on to keep that face-off deep in the Oakland end. It'll be to his right. Taking the face-off will be Zach Flash. He'll go up against his counterpart, number 3, Eric Wolf. Face-off fought for over in the far corner. They dig away at it over there, trying to get possession. Finally, Georgia has it. A centering play was deflected, but it's still loose over by the left face-off circle. They chop at it over there. Finally, Oakland is able to clear the zone. Massa's going to try to get his wheels after it, but there's a play thrown towards the goal, and a big collision and a stoppage of play as Barber hangs on. Cameron Gilmore and Zach Massa went full bore towards that puck, and Gilmore looks like the one that took the worst for the wear.
Yeah, it was a drag race from the red line in. Massa trying to get around him. Barber doing a good job of holding tight on that left post, and Gilmore just tried to whack it out of the way, didn't get an opportunity, and as you said, took the worst for wear off that hit.
A defensive win for Georgia on the face-off. They try to clear the zone, but they can't. Wolf holds it in, rolls it down towards the right corner where it's going to be played over there by Aaron Phillips. They now fly it over to the left side and finally clear the zone. Coming up with it is Flash. Flash has got Carey to his left. He's got it up over the line. Throws it towards the net, but it's deflected. Here comes Oakland. They've got it now up over the line. Here comes Michael Ryan. Cross ice to Massa with a shot, and he scores! Zach Massa with the hat trick, and we are only 3 minutes and 35 seconds in to the second period. It's now 4-2 in favor of Oakland.
Yeah, just a good rush up the ice for Zach Massa. You know, it sounded, Lou, like Barber got a pad on it, and then it just kind of trickled through the wickets.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be that difficult of a save, and I think you're right, Marcus. It just a case of bad luck that time because she had the angle on the puck. But nevertheless, it's a 4-2 lead now for the Golden Grizzlies. Massa with his third goal of the morning, fourth of the tournament. Here comes up over the line another play for the Golden Grizzlies, that being James Kuntz, held in at the point and thrown towards the net, and it's deflected away. There's a turnaround shot taken by Evan Gregg, deflected out to center ice. 15:50 to go in the second period, a 4-2 lead for Oakland. They skate it now into the neutral zone, and it's going to be deflected down into the corner, and I believe we're going to get an icing call coming up on the Grizzlies. So again, 4-2 now in favor of Oakland.
Face-off will come all the way back down. Let's see how Georgia reacts to this flurry of shots from Oakland, as they've had some good looks in the early stages of this period.
4-2 lead for the Golden Grizzlies, as I mentioned. 15:42 to go here in this opening period, the second period rather. Puck played now out at center ice by Chris Santamaria. They deflected now up over into the neutral zone still. Here comes Oakland with the puck on a giveaway. Kuntz brings it up over the line and on goal with a backhand. And a good save by Barber. She deflects it up over the goal. Held in though by Kenneth Casper. He throws it towards the goal. Deflected now over in the corner. And coming up with it is Georgia. They try to regroup now to get cut into this Oakland lead. And a good play to clear it that time by Caleb Santamaria. But back to go get it in the Oakland zone was Kenneth Casper. They chop away at it right at the blue line, and it's thrown in behind the Oakland goal. 5 minutes gone in the second period. Both teams with a goal. It's now 4-2 Oakland. A centering play deflected away by Dennison. Oakland will play it and dump it out to center ice, and they're going to roll it all the way down into the Georgia end, and icing will be the call.
Yeah, good play by Caleb Santamaria here at his own blue line on the ice. Just had to throw the stick. Yet was able to clear it and then get it back into the offensive zone. Oakland clears out, icing call, and the puck will come all the way back down in the Golden Grizzly zone.
They're gonna have the face-off to the right of Cody Dennison, and taking the face-off will be Steve Laurel. He'll go up against Austin Krusko, and it's won by Oakland. They throw it around the boards in behind their own goal, but coming up with it momentarily was Spielberger. They still chop away at it into the slot, and Oakland's going to clear it, and I think we are indeed. We're going to get an icing call again. That'll bring the puck back down into the Oakland zone.
Let's see if Georgia goes for it. Doesn't look like they're going to go for a change. Looking to see if they might have gone with some fresh legs after that second icing call by Oakland, but they're going to stay with the crew that's out on the ice.
It looks like it's going to be Steve Laurel again going in for the face-off for the Grizzlies. And I can't tell the number. Oh, it's number 18, Austin Krusko. They're going to wave him out of the zone and bring Zetopolsky in for Georgia. And the face-off controlled momentarily, and now it is by Oakland. Cross-ice pass to Joe Graham. Graham will tip it into the Georgia zone. Going back after it is Herr. Herr comes back after being injured a little bit, and now they play it out to center ice. With the puck in the neutral zone, skating back into his own zone now is Casper. They played in that neutral zone. Now it's dumped up over the line back into the Georgia end. Playing it now is Gannat. Gannat will play it over in the corner, and he's bounced off the puck. There's a slapper by Herr that was deflected kind of at the last minute. Coming up with a loose puck is Andrew Barry. Cross-ice pass now over to Schulte. Schulte comes up over the line, and his play deflected at the last minute by Barber. Puck rolls all the way out to the blue line. Here comes a lead pass for Carey. Carey up over the line. Drop pass, but nobody home. Good play by Schulte to come up with it, and it's now back over to Flash. Flash plays it in the neutral zone, and it's dumped back into the Oakland end. 13 and a half to go in the second period. A 4-2 lead for Oakland. Oakland tries to clear the zone. Here's a giveaway. Carey couldn't come up with it. Finally, he corrals the puck at the blue line, throws it towards the net, and coming up with it is Najjar. Najjar's lead pass, a little too strong for Andrew Barry. They skate at it towards the corner deep in the Georgia end. They chop away at it over there. Now Oakland holds it in though. Massa, nifty move. He's got 3 goals. Cross ice pass to Wolf. His shot deflected, and Georgia comes up with it. Coming in the neutral zone now. Penzian with a head of steam with a shot right into the breadbasket of Cody Dennison, and he'll hang on. 12:54 to go here in the second period. 4-2 Golden Grizzlies.
Barber was down and out as she was down in the butterfly in that last kind of flurry for Oakland. If they would have just been able to lift that puck, they would have had a pretty good chance of scoring as the top half of the net was open. Otherwise, it's going to be an icing call here against Oakland, and the draw comes back down to the left of Dennison.
Chris Santa Maria will take the face-off for Georgia, going up against Eric Wolf to the left of Dennison. Now, Caleb's going to take the face-off as they wave Chris out of the zone. And the face-off controlled by Oakland in the defensive end. They're not able to clear the puck, though. Holcomb throws one towards the net. We get a collision in the slot. Coming up with it now is Michael Ryan. Michael Ryan's play at the blue line, lifted up off the helmet of Eric Wolf. And we get a stoppage of play. I think we're going to get a high stick call at 12:36. And the referees that paid to get in didn't agree with that call, as the face-off will come out of the Oakland zone, or the Georgia zone rather, just outside the blue line.
Yeah, they're saying that it's hit off a stick, but that clearly hit off the helmet of Eric Wolf before it got whistled off.
Well, the puck off the face-off thrown down into the Georgia's or the Oakland zone, and here come the Grizzlies. They've got it at center ice. They dump it into the Georgia zone. Good play, though, by Georgia to cut it off, but then Oakland comes right back up with it. Here comes Massa with a shot, deflected wide of the goal. They play it over in the corner now, and it's held in by the Grizzlies. There's a shot thrown towards the goal. It's loose at the doorstep and deflected up into the safety netting. Barber had to be sharp on that one, and she was, to keep it a 2-goal game.
Wolf trying to get some retribution off that missed call by the referees. Had his time wide open. Backhanded it just high over the crossbar, and how to play of Barber.
Well, the Georgia fans trying to cheer on their team to get them going, and then Oakland responds just as well. 12:04 to go in the second period of a 4-2 Oakland lead. Puck loose out at center ice, deflected right in front of us. Casper comes up with it. He throws it down deep into the Georgia end. It's going to roll around the boards, and going after it there is Gilmore. Gilmore plays it over on the right face-off circle deep in the Georgia end. Coming up with it is Kuntz. Kuntz has it over on the right side. He deflects it over there. Now he comes up with it in behind the goal. Tries now to play it back out on top instead to Casper. He throws it. There was a tip try that time by Cale Dennison. Goes up over the top of the goal. They play it over in the corner. Georgia having a hard time getting it out of the zone. There's one thrown over by the goal crease. Finally cleared out into the center ice area, and Oakland will have to get onside, and they finally do. Going after the puck over there is Gannat, and it's going to be thrown down into the Oakland zone. Icing will be the call. 11:08 to go here in the second period. 2 goals in the second period. Marcus, 1 on each side, still giving us a 2-goal advantage for Oakland.
Like you said, Lou, 2-goal advantage is never the best advantage. Both teams having some really good looks, as you mentioned, 1 goal apiece, but still a lot of really good chances that have not gone in the net for either team.
Held in at the blue line with a shot taken that time by Casper. Goes all the way over to the right side. Gannat threw one that Barber had to play, and we had one played with a high stick, and it's still, the play still going to continue as Georgia will get possession of the puck. Good play to hold it in momentarily by Oakland, but it got deflected back in the neutral zone, so the Grizzlies will regroup. 10:40 to go in the second period of a 4-1 hockey game, 4-2 hockey game rather. Georgia trailing by 2. They dump it down into the Oakland zone as the Bulldogs make some wholesale changes on the fly. They play it over in the corner, and Oakland comes up with it, but it's held in at the blue line, and they dig away at it over on the right face-off circle. They try to fight for it over there. Bounced off the puck that time was Stockhoff for Georgia. Held in, though, at the blue line by Turner Mosley. And we get a deflection and a stoppage of play. 10-12 to go. Second period. Grizzlies on top of the Ice Dogs, 4-2.
Couple good hold-ins there by Mosley and Jake Marrara, number 15 in white, who's going to stay out there. Created some chances and just kind of lifted up into the Raptors here at the Chiller North. Offensive zone draw.
Marrara will go up against Dominic Najjar. Face-off controlled by Oakland. They come up with it out of the zone into the neutral zone area. Skating after it is Barry. Barry tries to feed Schulte, but it was deflected away. Now here comes Georgia coming up with the puck over the line are the Bulldogs. They throw it towards the goal. Deflected wide over in the corner. They chop away at it over there. Held in at the point. That time by Harris. Harris throws it up over in the corner. Manzo will go after it. He tries to make a play on it. He one-hands it now out to center ice, and it's going to be thrown down into the Georgia end. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. I think they're going to call icing, and that'll bring the face-off all the way down into the Georgia end, or the Oakland end rather, but I believe we're going to get our media timeout.
I think we should here. Let's see what they do.
Not yet, I guess. We'll wait and see. Nope, they're going to keep the face-off to the right of Dennison. 9:39 to go in this second period. 4-2 our score. Puck played over in the left side by Georgia. There's a shot taken by Penzie and kicked away by Dennison. It's loose on the right face-off circle. And coming up with the scraps is Najjar. He plays it in the neutral zone. Now they play it down into the Georgia end as the Grizzlies come up with fresh legs on the change. Puck loose now, coming up over the line, Ryan along with Massa, but Georgia with a good play on defense. It rolls back down into the Oakland zone. 9:05 to go in this second period, a 4-2 lead for the Grizzlies. Lead pass to Massa. He plays it to Eric Wolf. Played up over the line. Ryan gets his pocket picked. Carey tries to come up with it. They dig away at it right in front of us. Hurd comes up with it over the line. He plays it now to Holcomb. Holcomb with a lead pass to Carey. Carey tries to get some momentum. He one-hands it into the zone. He's bounced off the puck as it goes into the corner. Going after it is Kresko. He's hammered off the puck, and it's going to be played out to center ice. Massa taps it over to Wolf. Wolf comes up over the line. Offsides will be the call. 8.5 to go here in the second period, and that means we're going to take our media timeout. 4-2, Oakland over Georgia here on the ACHA National Broadcast.
Pipes. 2-1.
2-1.
As we come out of the timeout, Marcus, as we mentioned, both teams with one goal in the second period. Now, if you're Georgia, what do you need to do to try to get the momentum back to cut it to a one-goal game?
Just continue what you did in the first 3-4 minutes of this period. They were able to have some really good pressure in the offensive zone, really good movement off the rush as well. They have to just find a way to kind of settle themselves down and make the simple plays.
Tanner Woodson threw it back down deep in the Oakland zone, but now the Grizzlies come up with the loose puck and they get possession of it. They bounce it off the boards. Massa tries to make a play on it. He does out to center ice. Cameron Gilmore throws it right towards Dennison, and you know what? He says, I'm going to hang on to it as Tanner Woodson was coming in on goal. 8:06 to go here in the second period. Again, a 4-2 lead for the Golden Grizzlies.
Thought Oakland could have played that Dennison, but decided rather not. Going to take the defensive zone draw here. I'd say, Lou, what do you think? Maybe 50-50 on the faceoff draws? I don't think one team has really been down dominant in that area.
No, they haven't. One thing I've noticed, Marcus, is a lot of the defensive in the defensive zone, the defensive teams have won the faceoffs, except of course for this one, as Oakland comes up with it. There's a pass to Santa Maria, out on top over to Harris. Harris throws it towards the goal. It's deflected before it gets there that time by James Kuntz. Lead pass to Dennison. Dennison brings it up over the line. He's bounced off the puck, but coming up with it is Kuntz. Kuntz with it. Cross-ice pass over to Greg. Greg holds it in, and they throw one towards the net that Emily Barber will hang on to with 7.5 to go here in this second period of a 4-2 Oakland advantage.
Yeah, Barber's been really strong in net today. We talked about that big save at the end of the first. She stood tall here in the second, just giving up the one goal to Massa at 3:35. Something I don't think she really could have done much about, but it was in good position.
Off the face-off, it's won by Georgia, and they try to clear the zone, but a good play to hold it in is by Goodis, but now Georgia comes up with it. They flip it down into the Oakland zone. 7:20 to go in this second period. 4-2 in favor of the Grizzlies. They dig away at it right in front of us at the red line, and it's going to be played down into the Oakland zone. Taking exception to the play that time was Goodis, and now they play, or check that was Dennison, but they now play it deep in the Oakland end. Holding it in is Georgia. They try to throw one towards the goal. There's a shot. Oh, Dennison. I think he kind of wondered if he still had it 5-hole, but he did, and he hangs on to the puck, and the face-off will stay deep in the Oakland end.
Yeah, DJ Hurd just turnaround slapper. That puck had a little bit of movement on it. I don't think it was settled down. It was more like a knuckle puck. And as you mentioned, Dennison tried to look behind, didn't think that he got all of it in the 5-hole.
Face-off will be to Dennison's left, and it's won by Georgia, but they're going to have to backtrack all the way out to center ice. They come up with the puck as Harris will try a centering play in the neutral zone, but we're going to get an offsides call, and that'll bring the face-off just outside the Georgia blue line. 6:43 to go in the second period, as getting up slowly after that play was Steve Laurel as he crashed into the boards, and standing over there to talk to him a little bit was Kyle Harris, or check that, Aaron Phillips. Taking the face-off will be Zach Flash. A couple of points tonight for him for the Ice Dogs. Face-off controlled by Georgia. Here they come now, up over the line with the puck is Penzian. He throws one that's kicked away by Dennison. It's loose over on the right face-off circle. Now dumped out to center ice and all the way down into the Georgia zone. And icing will be the call. 6:24 to go in the second period. 4-2 in favor of Oakland.
A lot more icings for Oakland in this period than they had in the first. Tomorrow's schedule, Farmingdale State will take on Georgia, and Nebraska will take on Oakland in day 3 of pool play.
Face-off controlled by Georgia. They throw one right into the mitt of Cody Dennison and Marcus. That's what makes this game even more important, because these two teams, as we mentioned at the top, both won their games yesterday. And right now in the goal differential, Georgia has a 1-goal lead. They won by 4, whereas Oakland won by 3. Off the face-off now, played over by Georgia. Gilmore has it. There's one throwing to the right of the goal. Centering play deflected now. Here comes Oakland, but a good steal by Penzian. He tries to come in on goal. He backtracks over on the right side. Throws one on angled, and Carey comes up with it. Plays it out to the point to Harris. He dumps it over in the corner to Carey. Carey with a cross-ice pass over to Casper, and he plays it up into the netting, and that should keep the face-off deep in the Oakland end with 5:52 to go in this second period. 4-2 in favor of Oakland.
Yeah, Casper trying to clear it up off that glass on that far side and lifted it completely out of the zone, out of the rink, so it'll be an offensive zone draw here.
And Gannett took a chop at one of the defenders for Georgia, so they had to redo the face-off. Puck will be controlled, though, by Oakland. Long cross-ice pass to Schulte. Schulte comes up over the line. and it's going to be deflected over in the corner. Coming up with it now is Chris Santamaria for Georgia. He tries a lead pass to Caleb. Caleb now with a nice pass to Woodson. Woodson up over the line. One hands it in behind the goal. He's going to be played over on the right side. Drop pass to Chris Santamaria. Now he has it over by the right face-off circle. Back to Woodson. Woodson in behind the goal. He's going to be taken down. And a power play coming up for Georgia with an opportunity now to make it a one-goal game. It looks like it's going to be Dominic Najjar going to the sin bin.
Santamaria did a good job of just continually moving his feet along those far side or the near side boards. Draws the penalty for the second time tonight, and it'll be a tripping call on Najjar.
5:16 to go here in the second period. As we've mentioned, Georgia 32.5% on the power play. Oh, here's a good play with a shorthanded try for Kuntz. Kuntz up over the line with a play, and he scores! Shorthanded opportunity for James Kuntz, and he put it past Emily Barber, and it's now 5-2 in favor of Oakland. Time of the goal, 14 minutes and 52 seconds.
Just a good play by Kuntz. It was off the face-off win. They were able to slide it up through the middle, break away from the red line in. It was going to be a delayed penalty, I believe, as well as the arm went up. And yeah, Carey's going to go to the box. Probably on a hook or a trip. So 4-on-4 hockey for 152.
Well, that'll take away the power play, so we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey. The goal stands 5-2 in favor of Oakland. Off the face-off, Oakland now throws it down into the Georgia end. Going after it is Kuntz. Kuntz with the short-handed goal, plays it around the boards, held in by Manzo. Manzo cross-ice pass over to Schulte. Schulte throws it towards the corner. So again, 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and a half. Puck right at the doorstep. Here comes Georgia. Georgia now has to get some momentum going. Flash comes up over the line. His centering play deflected. And we get a collision into the goal. And we get a stoppage of play. I think we're going to get an interference call coming up on
I don't know who. I think it's got to be Oakland, right?
That's what I think it is. But anybody who knows me from trying to predict football penalties, I'm not very good, so I'm going to wait.
Well, let's see who it's going to be on as Dennison's getting up to his feet.
52. Oakland shorthanded.
That's going to be on Georgia.
Wow, so coming up with a penalty, Kyle Harris with his second penalty of the night. So 4-on-3, it looks like, for about a minute and 19 and 5-on-4, or 4-on-4 for 8 seconds. Nevertheless, it's going to be a power play for Oakland now, 4-on-3 hockey, so some wide open ice. A big opportunity for Oakland to really put some distance between them and Georgia, but Georgia, they've got to bounce back and try to keep get the momentum back to keep it, maybe get a shorthanded opportunity of their own. Harrison, interference call. There's a shot deflected away by Barber, played over in the corner. Now on top with it, Massa. Massa winds up and fires, and it's deflected wide. Held in at the blue line. Here comes Georgia now. Flash tries to make a play shorthanded, and he dumps it over in the corner as he calls for some fresh legs. We've got 4:10 to go here in the second period. 4-on-3 for Oakland. They bring it up over the line, and offsides will be the call. Shorthanded goal by James Kuntz has given Oakland a 5-2 lead here with about 4 minutes left in this second period.
Michael Ryan just a little ahead of the play from the pass by Eric Wolf. Draw will come back out into the neutral zone. Still 4-on-3 for 56.
Face-off won by Georgia. They dump it down into the Oakland zone, where going after it will be Zach Massa. Massa with 3 goals here this afternoon. He skates it up into the neutral zone area, brings it up over the line, plays it up over in the corner. He's going to be bounced, or he still has it, throwing down as he goes around the corner. Held in by Gannat. Gannat plays it back to Massa. Massa skates it in the slot area, throws it up over the top of the goal. Michael Ryan gets the long rebound, skates it over on the left side. There's a play to Gannat, and they score! What a nifty move by Michael Ryan. It's a power play goal, and Gannat makes it 6-2 in favor of Oakland.
Just a good passing play off the face-off win. Michael Ryan finding the backdoor pass to Gannat, and he's not going to miss from there. It's just a tap-in.
Nifty move, as we mentioned, by Michael Ryan. Gannat just right at the doorstep. Not a whole lot Emily Barber could do with that. So now we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for about 14 seconds, and then it will be Oakland back on a 5-on-4. So we've got a 6-2 lead for Oakland. 3:25 to go here in this opening period, or second period rather. Massa and Ryan will get credit for assist on that 6th goal, and now Oakland has it deep in their own goal. Puck in the center ice area. Evan Gregg comes up over the line. They've got 24 seconds left in a power play. They go after it over in the corner now. Chris Santa Maria for Georgia. They deflect it out to center ice, where it's going to be dumped back into the neutral zone by Oakland. With it is Dennison. Dennison skates it over to Laurel, and Georgia will clear it down the length of the ice. 5 seconds left in the power play. 2:35 to go here in this second period. Oakland has opened things up 6-2. Skating it back in the zone, Drew Holcomb, and it's going to be stolen away. There's a centering play at the doorstep. Played over on the left side, and going after it, Dennison. Back out on top, right side. Manzo with a drive that goes up over the top of the goal. Now it's going to roll all the way down to the Oakland blue line. Here comes Carey. Carey up over the line. He's got Penzian scooming over the right side, and he scores! Carter Penzian says, hold on, we're not dead yet. A one-timer over the right shoulder of Cody Dennison, and we've got a 6-3 hockey game. Time of the goal, 17:51.
Yeah, just a great play off the change. Penzian and Carter, Carey. Penzian off the change. Carey finds him streaking in and just absolutely blows a wrister by the glove side of Dennison. And like you said, they're not done yet. They came back from the dead last year against Oakland to make it a game. Let's see if they can do it again this year.
Big momentum builder right there, hopefully, if you're a Georgia fan, with 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Now a 6-3 game for the Golden Grizzlies. Puck loose over in the corner. They're going to play it out at the blue line. Holding it in is Holcomb. Holcomb with a pass over in the corner to Marara. Marara over in the corner. Plays it back now to her. Her plays it up on top to Holcomb, but now Georgia comes up with it. And it's going to roll down into the Georgia end. Icing will be the call. 1:34 to go here in the second period. We now have a 6-3 hockey game in favor of Oakland. Coming up at the second intermission, it will be Marcus walking over to talk to the head coach of the Georgia Ice Dogs, Rick Emmett, to get his thoughts after 40 minutes of play. Face-off won by Georgia. They dig away at it over there in the corner. They come up with a loose puck. Bounced off the puck that time was Kresko. Here comes Oakland 3-on-2 the other way. Up over the line with it is Marcinkowski. He's bounced off the puck. Graham, though, comes up with the loose puck, throws it in behind the goal. 1:15 left in the period. They chop at it over there. Coming up with a loose puck is Kresko. He lifts it up to center ice, and it's going to be played by Georgia. Here they come up over the line with it. Here comes Kresko with a shot. Oh, a long rebound. Wide open net, but Georgia couldn't come up with it. 1 minute to go here in the second period as Georgia has to get onside. Now they do. 52 seconds left in the period. Puck rolls out the center ice where it's going to be played by Massa. Massa backtracks with the puck to gain a little momentum. A nifty dipsy-do move. Almost got it stolen away, but Gannat has it. Gannat with a goal here tonight. Lead pass. Wolf up over the line. He tries to feed Massa, who gets it in on goal, and he scores! Zach Massa with his 4th goal of the afternoon. Time of the goal, 19 minutes and 28 seconds. And just like that, it's back now to a 4-goal game. That being Zach Massa. We'll wait and see who gets the assist on that, but it's now 7-3 in favor of Oakland. Face-off controlled by Georgia. They dump it down deep in the Oakland zone. Coming up with it.
And number 6, Dalton Gannett.
Assists on the goal will be Gannett and Wolf. Gannett and Wolf with it now on top with a shot. Taken up over the top of the goal. 10 seconds left. Oakland now tries to get a little more pressure on with 5 seconds left. Puck cleared but not out. Thrown towards the goal by Artemenko. And it's deflected, and that's going to do it. 40 minutes in the books here from the Chiller North Arena and Oakland, showing why they've been to the Nationals 5 years in a row. They're on top of Georgia by the score of 7-3. After 20 minutes, it was 3-1, but now we've got a 7-3 lead. Now let's get over to Marcus Grosnick, who will try to get a few words with the head coach of the Georgia Ice Dogs. Oh, I guess not. Okay. As he's unable to get a word with them, so we're going to take it right here. Let's go over the quick goal scoring here in the second period. It started out with Georgia making it a one-goal game with a goal from Zach Flash, and then at 3:35, Zach Massa with his third goal of the afternoon to make it a 4-2 lead. Shorthanded, James Kuntz at 14:52 made it a 5-2 game, and then it was Dalton Gannett on a nifty feed by Michael Ryan to make it 6-2. 17:51, Georgia got a little bit of momentum on a goal by Carter Penzie and a nifty one-timer to make it 6-3. But then at 19:28, it was Zach Massa with his fourth goal of the afternoon to close out the second period scoring to make it 7-3. 40 minutes in the books here from the Ice Arena, the Chiller Ice North Arena, and our score is Oakland 7 and Georgia 3. We'll be right back in about 12 minutes with the start of the third period. Don't go anywhere. into the books. Here we go, just about ready to go for this third period as Oakland out now to a commanding 7-3 lead over Georgia. But Marcus, as you remember from last year, it was about the same thing, a 7-3 lead, and Georgia scored a couple of quick goals. So you can't lay down on this Ice Dog team.
No, you really can't. We talked to Pete Gibb in the first intermission. He reminded us, here's a shot that goes blockered wide, but talking about, scores by Georgia just 12 seconds into the game, and as I'm saying, the comeback starts 7-4, or 7-3.
Carter Penzian now has cut that lead to 3 as it's now 7-4. 12 seconds into this one, and boy, I'll tell you what, we're like Nostradamus as Penzian, his second goal of the afternoon, and we've got a 3-goal game, 7-4 in favor of Oakland.
I'm just happy I brought my crystal ball this weekend.
Face-off won by Oakland, and they're going to regroup now in their own zone as they dump it out to center ice, played in the neutral zone area. Coming up with it is Dennison. Dennison gets his pocket pick. Here comes Penzian again with a shot. Oh, and a breadbasket save by Dennison. So maybe Oakland came out a little bit
Flat?
Maybe in the third period, or they just got caught off guard. Georgia maybe came out with, hey, we got nothing to lose, man. Let's take it to them. And they got the goal 12 seconds in for a 7-4 lead.
Penzian, the last 2 Georgia goals at 3 and 4 at the end of the third, or at the end of the second, beginning of the third. No penalty there. That could have been a tripping call.
I think Massa tried to sell that one too as well. Her with a shot. Oh, I'll tell you, Dennison, he's going to have to be sharp now because I look for Georgia to come out with that full court press, and the face-off will stay deep in the Oakland end to the right of Dennison.
They're trying to go that glove side. The last couple goals and some shots have really tried to go to that glove side. Let's see if Georgia continues that trend.
Off the face-off, it's won by Oakland. They bounce it around the boards. Now they're able to get it out of the zone. Wolf will come up with it. He leads it over to Ryan. Ryan, his pocket is picked as Santa Maria comes up with it. They tip it down into the Oakland zone, and it's a dangerous play. Almost came about for Georgia. They've got control, or they chop away at it rather, over in their left or the right corner. Finally, Oakland comes up with it, and Massa will lift it out of the zone, out to center ice, and it's going to be thrown back in by Harris, and Oakland comes up with it. A minute and a half gone in this third period. Georgia ruffling some feathers as they've cut the lead to 3. With the puck in the Oakland zone now, here comes Georgia. Odd-angled shot deflected away, and it's going to be held on to by Dennison. Penzian with the goal 12 seconds in has made it a 7-4 hockey game. Oakland on top.
And we have a goaltending change for Georgia as Andrew Webb has come in relief of Emily Barber to start the third.
Andrew Webb will make his first appearance in the Nationals this year, and the puck held in at the blue line, and now still played by Oakland. Now they dump it down into the Georgia end, and it looks like icing will be the call. Indeed it is. 18:08 to go here in this third period, a 7-4 hockey game.
Yeah, Greg, for Oakland, was waiting for that puck to just trickle over the blue line in the Georgia offensive zone and cleared it down. Good chance here for Georgia to win a draw, get something set up.
Face off to the left of Dennison, and it rolls around the boards as it's won by Oakland. Now they come up with it in the neutral zone. A lead pass a little too strong for Greg, but going in the corner after it is Kuntz. Kuntz bounces it off the boards as he's bounced off the boards. Oh, another nifty check by Georgia. A little more pep in their step here in this opening couple of minutes. There's one thrown towards the goal for a change for Georgia. Both teams changing on the fly. 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone in this third period of a 7-4 game now. Puck played into the Georgia zone as we get a couple of changes for the Grizzlies. They play it at the blue line. Cross ice pass almost stolen away by Laurel. Coming up over the line, Gilmore. Gilmore throws it towards the net. It deflects wide. Played over on the right face-off circle. Held in at the blue line. Now it hopped over the blue line, so Georgia's got to get onside. Laurel, his pocket picked by Flash. Flash with a drop pass. Penzian with a shot. deflected up into the safety netting and out of play. 17:08 to go in regulation time. 7-4 in favor of Georgia here on the D3 National Tournament broadcast.
Flesh and Penzian both having multiple point games here tonight. Nice little jet pass to Flesh with the trailer. Penzian just tried to go high, blocker side on Dennison, gets deflected out of play.
Puck loose over in the corner off the faceoff. Coming up with it is Najjar. He can't clear the puck though. Oh, and there's another one throwing glove side, and Dennison will make the play. Definitely the ice is tilted, Marcus, on the Oakland end in this first 3 minutes.
Yeah, I really like the offensive pressure that Georgia has had here in the first 3 minutes of the third period. Doing a really good job of holding pucks in at the blue line and just throwing everything they can in at Dennison.
At center ice with the puck. Coming in now is Barry. Barry dumps it into the corner. He plays it down, but Phillips will come up with it deep in his own zone. Stolen away. There's a play by Schulte. Throws it towards the goal, and it's kicked away over in the corner. And behind the goal, Gilmore goes after it. He tries to make a play on it, but it's held in by Oakland. There's a shot. Loose right out in front. And Georgia comes up with it. Going to be lifted out to center ice. Stolen away there by Casper. Casper throws it up high in the air, and Webb will make his first play on the puck, and we get a stoppage of play. 16-17 to go here in this third period. Oakland on top, 7-4.
Face-off will be to the left of Andrew Webb, as Lou mentioned, making his Nationals debut this afternoon in relief of Emily Barba, who really, Lou, played a very good game. Just gave up a few chances, and Oakland, with their firepower, able to find the holes in the pads.
Oh, there's a big hit right in front of the Oakland zone that Zach Massa took exception to, and a little extra push or two there right in front of the Oakland bench. There's one deflected up at center ice, and it's going to be played now in the neutral zone. It's going to be held in right there at the blue line now. Georgia comes up with it. They play it at center ice, and they throw it up over the top of the Georgia goal, and Massa will hold it in, throws it towards the corner. Georgia now skates it out of the zone. They come out to center ice. Gilmore comes up over the line with a shot, and Dennison was able to see that one rather easily into his glove with 15:33 to go in this third period. 7-4 our score.
Good rush there by Oakland on the last couple opportunities on Webb. Massa getting chopped at in front of his own bench. Took exception. Looking for the penalty was Georgia, but nothing was called.
Off the face-off, there's a one-timer with a shot taken by Kyle Harris over in the corner. Coming up with it is Kuntz. Kuntz will one-hand it, try to get it out of the zone. He backtracks with it and goes over to Gertz. Gertz now will play it up into the neutral zone, dump it into the corner, and icing, I believe, will be the call, as they said he didn't get past the red line, so that'll bring the puck back down deep in the Oakland end.
Another icing for Oakland. They've had quite a few icings in this game where they felt the pressure of Georgia and they've just elected to clear it down the ice. Defensive zone draw coming up to the left of Dennison.
Taking the face-off will be Zach Flash for Georgia. He'll go up against Kuntz. Won by Georgia. There's one that almost deflected towards the goal. Carey with a centering pass looking for Penzian. Instead, it's lifted out to center ice. With it there at the red line, or the red line, yes indeed, for a moment was her. Now it's played out to center ice. Tip now back into the Oakland zone. There's a shot deflected wide. Played over on the right side, and another one taken. Carey was bounced into the boards as he took the shot. Here comes Oakland now. Skating it now into the neutral zone is Manzo. Manzo one-hands it up over the line. He's bounced over in the corner. Lumber being laid by both teams now. Harris bounces Manzo off the puck. They shoot it around the boards. Now coming out to center ice with it is Alex Carey. Carey now will dump it down deep in the Oakland end as both teams make changes on the go. 14:25 to go in this third period. 7-4 Oakland lead. Here comes Massa. He's bounced off the puck, that time by Holcomb. And it's skated around the goal. Coming in after it is Wolf and played over in the corner. And now back out to the Oakland zone. The Grizzlies have the puck. With it now is Santa Maria. Chris Santa Maria up over the line. He's got Caleb. One-timer with a save made by Dennison. Oh, they had a golden opportunity there. And it's played out to center ice. And it's going to be played back into the Oakland zone. 13:45 to go here in this third period of 7-4 game. Here comes Wolf, 2-on-2 with Ryan. He skates it up over the line. He's bounced off the puck, but gains control. Casper tried to make a play on it. Check that, Marcinkowski. Now they play back into the blue line area, and it hops out into the neutral zone. Puck out the center ice, up over the line. Spielberger with it. He shoots one. That's deflected high over to the right side. Coming over in the corner, Herr goes after it. Also going after the puck is Goodis. They play it over on the right side. Held in by Gilmore with a play. It's loose at the doorstep, and it's going to be held on to by Dennison. 13:10 to go here in regulation time. 7-4 Oakland over Georgia.
Yeah, good pressure there by Gilmore and Harris at the left point. Just throwing it to the front of the net. Eventually it was hacked at by Spielberger and Holcomb. And Dennison able to make the save in the butterfly.
Mass is going to take a seat over on the bench for a while. It looks like something may be wrong. It's either an equipment issue or he might have took a heavy shot. He's been part of quite a bit of physical play here in this contest as well. Up over the line there and bounced off the puck was Jack Marara, and it's going to be played by Oakland deep in their own zone. Oh, we're getting the lumber late on both teams now. Things are getting quite physical in this third period. 12:40 to go in regulation time, a 7-4 lead. They play it now deep in their own end, and it's going to be played back, a little give and go, if you will, between Artemenko and Goodis. Now they finally skated out of the zone. Good play that time to eat up some time by Goodis. Then a hip check for his efforts by Stockhoff, and they throw it towards the goal. Now they're going to play it deep in the Oakland end, and it's going to be played there by Marcinkowski and deflected out of play.
Yeah, you see Moss is still looking, I don't know if that's an upper body. He's talking to the trainer right now. But good pressure, Lou, and a lot of hard hits.
With a 3-goal lead, I know they've done this a couple of times, Oakland has. I wouldn't be surprised if we may not see Massa the rest of the night unless, something happens where it's a little bit closer. He's got 4 goals on the night, and of course they've got, if they hang on to this, they will really have a stranglehold on pool play. Puck stolen away by Spielberger momentarily. Oakland unable to clear the zone. Finally, Casper tries to make a play on it, and now coming up with it in the neutral zone, defenseman Aaron Phillips. He plays it up over the line. They dump it in the far corner with the puck in behind the goal as Oakland tries to clear it. Now they do. Hopped over the stick of Aaron Phillips. He's got it back at center ice. 11.5 to go in this third period of a 7-4 lead for Oakland. Puck played down towards the corner. Cross ice pass coming up with it is Phillips. His lead pass a little too strong for her, and it's going to roll just to the left of the goal, and Gannat will take it for Oakland. Gannat one-hands it in behind the goal as they look to set up their next rush. 11:15 to go in the third period of a 7-4 hockey game. They throw it towards the goal, and Webb's going to gobble it up and hang on as he had an oncoming Dominic Najjar, and the face-off will be to the left of Webb.
You got to think that's Webb's first save in quite a while. Like you said, Lou, the play has been tilted down in the Oakland zone quite a bit here in the third period after Penzian got that goal to start the period off at 12 seconds.
Well, I think if you're Georgia, you're going to have to start taking a few more chances down 3 goals. A big game for these two teams as they're both at 1-0 coming into pool play. Puck deflected deep in the Georgia end. Coming up with that puck is Holcomb, and he's going to try to hand it off to Carey. This has been the scoring line tonight for the Ice Dogs. Up over the line, Penzian lost control. Now we've got 2-on-2 the other way. Kuntz comes up over the line with Greg. Nifty move by Kuntz, but a good poke check. Drop pass, and it's going to be stolen away by Georgia. Lead pass now. Here comes Carey up over the line with Gilmore. There's a shot. Long deflection from Dennison rather, and it's loose over in the corner with the lumber being laid again, and a puck lifted out to center ice. Holcomb blew a tire right at the center ice line, and they chop at it, and we get a lot of extracurriculars going on. Both coaches with their hands up in the air, and now coming up over the line, Casper. He throws one in at Webb, who kind of looked behind his shoulder, but he hung on. 10:04 to go here in this third period. Things getting a little lively now. A 7-4 hockey game, Georgia and Oakland.
Yeah, you kind of expected that with the way both teams have been playing for the day, having a lot of good opportunities. Georgia getting on the board early here in the third period and trying to push the momentum in their way and crawl back in the contest like they did last year against Oakland.
Well, Zach Massa back out, taking the face-off, and a quick shot by Ryan, juggled by Webb, but he's able to hang on and keep the face-off deep in the Georgia end as we got 10:01 to go here in this third period. 7-4 hockey game. Ryan dumps it in the corner, plays it around the boards to Dennison. Harris comes up with it. They play it back out to center ice. With it now back there is Gertz. Gertz feeds it over to Massa. He avoids a big check. Ryan comes up with it over in the corner. He tries to play it around the boards, and another collision over in the corner. Massa dumps it over in the corner for Wolf. Wolf tries a centering play to Ryan. Ryan comes up with it at the point. Now with a shot. Gertz high up over the top of the goal. Manzo has it over on the right side. He's bounced off the puck for his efforts, and the puck will be played out to center ice. 9:20 to go in regulation time.
Penalty coming up to Oakland.
Oakland will get the penalty, and much to the chagrin of the fans from Oakland, it's going to be a power play for Georgia, and this right now is going to be a great opportunity for the Bulldogs as we're going to take our media timeout. When we come back, a Georgia power play trailing 7-4 to Oakland here on the ACHA D3 National Broadcast. Well, as we come back after the media timeout, this is going to be a big power play for Georgia, as it's going to be a well, I thought there was a penalty. Okay, I didn't see anybody sitting in the sin bin.
Game misconduct.
Game misconduct.
Yep.
So anyways, it is a full strength of 5-on-5. I beg your pardon. So no penalty, no power play for Georgia. Just a game misconduct. Puck held in at the blue line, though, by Harris. He throws it over. There's a shot taken by Penzian. Deflected high and out of play. So we've got 9:01 to go in regulation time. Georgia trying to claw their way back into this one, trailing 7-4.
Georgia was hoping to get a power play out of that, but it's just a game misconduct, so they got to continue the fight full strength, which they've done a good job of.
Oakland now gets the face-off, and they dump it down the other way, and I believe we're going to get an icing call. We do. 8:52 to go in this third period. You know, and we get the face-off back down in the Oakland end. And here's the thing, you got to be careful. We've talked about this a lot, Marcus. You know, there's still a lot of hockey to be played, and you got to be careful not to try to get suckered in on either side, goaded into an unnecessary penalty that might cost you, you know, the availability to play in the next game.
Exactly, and you've talked about how chippy it has been over the last 5 or 6 minutes of this period. So I think they're trying to get the right personnel out of the board, or they're going to toss somebody here.
Looks like Zach Flash is going to get an early exit as he had, I don't know if he had something to say to the referees or what, but unfortunately for him, he's going to take an early shower, and that's going to be a big hole to fill for Georgia right now as they trail 3 goals, one of their big guns on the offensive side of the ice. Puck controlled by Oakland as they clear it, but not out. Held in by Harris. He throws it over in the corner to Spielberger. Spielberger's feed with a shot by her. There's a shot taken. Here comes Massa. Massa coming up over the line on Webb. And a give it, and he scores! Nifty move by Zach Massa. And he brings it up over the line. And now we've got a goal for Oakland. That's his 5th of the game. Zach Massa has made it 8-4 now in favor of Oakland.
Just not much you can do to stop Zach Massa as he was going forehand, backhand through the wickets of Webb. And the 5th goal gets the lead up to 8-4.
Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 32 seconds. Marcus, that reminded me a lot of that goal by Darren McCarty in the 97 finals of the Stanley Cup to give the Red Wings a 2-0 lead as they won their first cup in 53 years. Little dipsy-do, nice little deke move, and that made it 8-4 here this afternoon. 5th goal by Zach Massa. Played at center ice now. They bring it up over the line. Trying to feed it into the center, into the slot area. Now it's played by Graham. Graham one-hands it into the Georgia zone. They play it over in the corner. Going after it over there as well. Marcinkowski played over in the corner again. Now coming up with it, Oakland. We're down to 7:40 to go in regulation time, an 8-4 lead for Oakland. Graham now, we get a big hit coming up on Laurel, and then a push from behind. Now, like we said, we got to be careful now. A little bit of frustration and animosity starting to spill over on both sides, and we got to get the referees in to try to break it up.
Laurel was in there, so was AJ Herr. Let's see what comes of this. I'm sure there's going to be a couple penalties for each team.
I think Laurel might get the initial penalty. It looked like he might get one, either a boarding or a checking from behind, and he's going to sit in the box, and it looks like Herr's going to go in there as well, so maybe we'll just get coincidental minors, maybe a roughing call for each of them. But the face-off will stay to the left of Webb. Webb in relief of Emily Barber. He's given up 1 goal here this afternoon. Indeed, we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes, 7:33 to go. Here in regulation time, an 8-4 lead for Oakland. Puck loose over in the corner. They chop away at it, and Coots tried to make a play on it. He falls down in the crease. And the puck now will be played out at center ice by Krusko. Krusko brings it up over the line, and offsides will be the call as Spielberger a little too anxious, and the face-off will come just outside the Oakland blue line.
Neutral zone draw coming up here for Georgia. They have to find something here in the next 7 minutes. Get that goal differential down, at least give them a chance tomorrow as they will take on Nebraska.
Indeed, with that.
Or Farmingdale State, my bad.
That's right. Nebraska and Oakland will do battle, I believe, first thing tomorrow as well.
Yep.
As coming up with the puck. Oh, a good play to steal it by Carey. He throws it towards the net. Long rebound. Trying to come up with it was Penzian. Good play again by Georgia to hold it in, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. I think we're going to get a slashing call coming up at 13:07 here with an 8-4 hockey game. Oakland on top.
Let's see who it's going to be up against. It's going to be number 27, Carter Penzian.
Penzian will go to the box, so it'll be a 4-on-3 now for about 1:20. As Oakland now looking to really slam the door on Georgia if they can get a goal with the extra man. Zach Massa's been the story here this afternoon for the Grizzlies. Shocker there, 5 goals here this afternoon as the Grizzlies now are on top 8-4. Clean face-off won by the Grizzlies. Gannett has it up on the right corner. Over to Casper with a shot deflected. And it's going to go back out to center ice. Michael Ryan and Gannett each go after it, and they set the power play back up. 4-on-3 now as we got 6.5 to go in regulation time. In the slot, Gannett plays it over in the corner to Wolf. Wolf back out on top to Ryan. Ryan throws one towards the net. That's deflected in front of the goal, and a good play to clear the zone. That time by Aaron Phillips.
Yeah, good block out in front. Phillips was able to get the shooting lane and then clear it down the length of the ice.
Puck now at its center ice, coming up over the line. Ryan dumps it in around the goal. It's going to be played over the right side, and the puck rolls all the way back out to center ice, and Oakland will regroup on the power play. 6 minutes to go in regulation time. 8-4 our score. Oakland on top of Georgia as Ryan skates it up over the line. They set it up now as Casper will come out, and coming onto the ice will be Goodis to come out to keep it a 4-on-3. Gannett over by the slaughter. He throws it towards the goal. Deflected high over the top of the goal. And Goodis now comes up with a rebound back out on top to Gannett. Gannett has it. Skates it over to the left side. Goodis throws it over the right side. Ryan with a shot. And it's deflected up over the top of the goal and out of play. 5:29 to go. Now 36 seconds left in the 5-on-4.
Yeah, tried to go high glove side on Andrew Webb. Just lifted it a little bit too much. I think Webb might have gotten a blocker or a glove on it and deflected it out of play.
Face-off will stay to the right of Webb. Taking the face-off will be Chris Santa Maria. He went up against number 8, that being Cale Dennison. Puck now played at the blue line. Now with it over on the right side is Manzo. Manzo on top to Goodis. Or check that. Gertz. Gertz now over on the left side. He throws one towards the net. That's deflected high over into the corner. They play it now at the point, and it's going to be deflected out to center ice. And backtracking after it will be Brendan Gertz with 10 seconds left in the power play. 5 minutes left in this third period. Oakland with a commanding 8-4 lead. So Oakland, if they hang on to this one, will take a stranglehold in this pool play. Pool C, I believe this is, as they came in with a 4 seed, and they've beaten now the top 2 teams ranked in this pool should they hang on to the 4-goal lead. Puck loose over on the right side and played out to center ice, and it's going to be handled there by Dennison. Hands it off over to Goodis. Goodis now plays it at the point. He's Malachi crunched over by the left face-off circle, and it's going to be dumped back in to the Georgia end, and the puck will roll down into the Oakland end where they look to regroup. Well, Marcus, we talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast yesterday. A very unfamiliar position for Oakland, being a 4 seed. I think they came in yesterday with a little chip on their shoulder, feeling they really had something to prove.
Yeah, I think so. And they came out not looking like a 4 seed, but looking like a team that was a number 1 or number 2, like they have previously in the last 5 appearances at Nationals, being the national champions 2 years ago. They know how to win, and yeah, they were the 4 seed, but they knew they had the opportunity and the talent to take over this pool and get into the semifinals.
Well, they're going to try to carry that momentum tomorrow as they're going to take on a Nebraska team tomorrow, and their goal differential, should they hang on to this 4-goal lead, will be 7, and that's going to be big should they take a loss tomorrow against Nebraska, because they'll have the tiebreaker against against Georgia as well as Farmingdale. So all but wrapping it up here, should they hang on and should Farmingdale beat Nebraska?
Yeah, exactly. You have a stranglehold, and even if Farmingdale does win tonight, they would get 2 points, but with Oakland having beat now Georgia and Farmingdale, they would own the tiebreaker with the head-to-head. So wait to see what happens with Farmingdale, but I believe something like that could happen. Oakland could win the pool.
And there's this tournament, as we mentioned, wide open, a lot of opportunities for, again, we mentioned it, a one-loss team maybe making it to the semifinals. So a lot left to look for here in this day 2 going into day 3. 3. Who knows? We could have a couple of 3-4 games tomorrow that could decide a berth into the finals.
Exactly, and there's still a lot of good games left today. A couple overtime losses yesterday, a couple ties. Florida and Arkansas. Arkansas we'll see next against the Fairfield Stags coming up at 2 o'clock.
That should be a dandy game. Looking forward to doing that with you, Marcus. Here we go at the blue line. It's going to be held in, and I believe we're going to get an offsides play, as it looked like Corton Marcinkowski was a little anxious over on the right side. So Oakland with an 8-4 lead, 3 minutes and change left to go here in this third period. Again, Georgia scored 3 goals. Each of them, 3 of the 4 goals were scored within the first 80 seconds of each period. But Oakland just a little too strong, led by Zach Massa with 5 goals. Here comes Laurel with a shot, deflected over in the corner by Aaron Phillips. Down to under 3 minutes to go in this third period. Puck thrown into the corner now. They play it over in the zone, over in the right corner rather, and it's played out to center ice as Spielberger tried to make a play on it, but a good play in the back that time by Bersati as he throws it in towards the net, and it's going to be played deep in the Georgia zone. And a little collision there, and then an even bigger collision with Laurel and Kyle Harris. So these two teams not giving up, which is great to see, Marcus. Under 2.5 to go.
Georgia has a lot to play for still, like we talked about, that goal differential to give themselves a chance.
Up over the line, Santa Maria with a lead pass. A little too strong for Chris Santa Maria as they play it over on the left side out on top. Harris with a shot deflected. It's loose at the doorstep, and it's cleared, but a good play to hold it in by Gilmore. He throws it over into the corner on the right side. There's a shot deflected high in the air as Caleb Santa Maria comes up with it. Centering play. Chris Santa Maria's shot is blocked. Held in by Harris at the blue line. Nifty move, but he whiffs on it. Oh, and Oakland almost had an opportunity. And we get a whistle away from the play.
A slashing call.
In front of the net. Good eye there, Marcus, as we've got 1:48 to go. And I believe it's going to be on Dalton Gannott, as he had a couple of words with the referee. So it looks like pending a power play goal by Georgia, he gets to watch this last minute and 48 from the sin bin. Face-off will be to the left of Cody Dennison as they played out at the point, played at the blue line, and by Harris, there's a shot that rattled wide of the goal. One thing to keep in mind too, Marcus, is with Dennison, looked like he might have suffered early injury in the collarbone area. I won't speculate, but almost had to come out of the game, but he's played strong after that early shakeup.
Yeah, it definitely has. He's been strong with a lot of traffic in front of him. Like you said, Lou took that shot real quick. Probably the first shot he saw right up high in the mask.
There's one, a feed to Penzie, and he had a wide open net. Couldn't control the puck. Gilmore looking for it, and this one's going to be deflected into the penalty box area. We're down to 1:10 left in regulation time. 8-4 our score. Georgia, Oakland comfortably in the lead as they look to go 2-0 heading into tomorrow's third day of pool play.
You know, second straight day that Oakland has fallen behind 1-0 in the game, gave up that first goal, and for the second straight day they were able to fight themselves back into the leading and get a victory here with 1 minute left.
Puck played at the blue line now, and it's going to be played into the Oakland zone. Coming up with it is Gilmore. He tries to deflect one up over the top of the goal. They play it over on the right side, held in this time by Penzian, and it hopped over his stick. He does an about face, brings it into the Oakland zone, and his pocket is picked, and it's deflected by Joe Graham, and when he tried to clear it, it got up in the safety netting right in front of us. 43.4 seconds left to go in an 8-4 hockey game. Oakland on top.
Today, 0 for 2 so far are the Bulldogs on the power play. Oakland is 2 for 5.
Taking the face-off for Georgia will be Austin Krusko. He was going to go up against Steve Laurel. He's waved out of the face-off circle. It'll be Joe Graham. 1-0 by Georgia as they control the puck. We're down to 38 seconds left in this third period. They play it over on the right face-off circle. They dig away at it over there, and it's going to be deflected out to center ice, and it's going to roll all the way down into the Georgia end as we're down to 25 seconds left in this third period. Oakland Oakland will now go to 2-0 in pool play and a commanding lead as they look to wrap up another trip to the Final Four, as they've got a stranglehold in Pool C, the 4 seed, that being Oakland.
Captain Lou's pick continues to roll.
7 seconds left, and that's going to do it as our final score. Oakland on top of Georgia by the score of 8-4. Oakland, of course, with a third period goal by Zach Massa to counteract the final goal by Georgia to make it an 8-4 final score. Zach Massa, the star of the game, 5 goals by the reigning National Player of the Year, that being Zach Massa. Third period goals at 12 seconds. It was Carter Penzian with his second goal of the game. And then at 11:32, as I mentioned, Zach Massa, his 5th of the afternoon, an assist going to Michael Ryan, and also an assist to Evan Gregg. Well, Marcus, any last-minute thoughts on this one here before we wrap it up this afternoon?
You know, I really think that Oakland has started to find themselves in this tournament. They have found themselves down early, as I just mentioned, in both games, but found a way to come back, create the momentum for themselves, and really get themselves back into where they thought they should have been, which was an auto bid. And for Georgia, they continue to impress. Yeah, it's a loss, but over the last couple of years, they've really impressed in the national tournament. They have a lot to look forward to. Emily Barber is going to be a really good goalie for a couple of years here as she continues her studies at Georgia. And Webb only let in the 1 goal to Massa in the third period. He's another good young goaltender to kind of build this team around.
Well, one of the best traditions in all of sports, the handshake line in hockey. Both teams played a very hard-hitting game, but smiles all around from the coaches and the players as our final score this afternoon, Oakland 8 and Georgia 4. Once again, this reminder, everybody, keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, and as always, keep your minds open. And thanks for joining us here on the ACHA National Broadcast of the Division III National Tournament.